Hey, what up, Cool Nation? It's your boy Robbie here, and I am back with another video. Let's clean up my little dinner mess I have here from last night. Now, I'll move some water out of the way. Just cleaning up my setup a little bit. That goes in the garbage too. Flame switch, so I like having an actual setup that's clean. So, I still have quite a lot of work to do. And I've been working pretty hard in creative. I'm only level 14. Honestly, I did buy 20 levels though, so technically it kind of covers up. Well, 20, whatever it's called. Y'all, I've come up with a bunch of story, and I cannot wait to start sharing it again. If y'all remember that presentation video I gave out, where I was... Well, anyways, if y'all remember that, I did give out the names of a few of my seasons. Obviously subject to change if I want them to, so they might not stay like that. However, for the most part, that is what the names are. You can speculate all you want, but so far that's what it is. Now, obviously, I got so sick of waiting, I decided to do a lot of work since then. Obviously, not much has happened to a lot of the POIs. I like the idea of making smaller, compact POIs. Hold on one moment. Anyways, I just love the compact POI feeling. Now, obviously, there's some things I still have to do, like decorate a few more things here and there for each POI. I've given myself a rough draft of what I want for the most part. Oh my gosh, that's bright. But yeah, so for the most part, I've given myself a rough draft of what I want. However, that is all subject to change. And honestly, I think it's coming out very well for right now. Of course, I still don't have the Dark Forest biome. There's just a giant gap. I did the water a little bit differently, so now it's only taking up this square, so you'll notice it's a literal square. But yeah, we got the Dark Forest biome that's gonna sit right here. There is literally the abandoned town, the mansion, Five Nights at Freddy's building, which might be a mixture of Poppy Playtime now. Gotta think how that's gonna work. And let me mention, this POI, well, yes, it will be the official building we use for the most part. I just have a feeling that we're gonna use a bigger, better map, or we're gonna use a different map for mechanics. Because I can make them move, but that'd be a last minute thing, and it would probably cost a lot of memory. So I want to save that for kind of last. Yeah, so that would probably be more of like a last minute thing I change. And then we got the SXG Road. It'll have Robbie's house, Midas's house, other main characters' houses, but really, it's just a house for every one of our main characters. So like Robbie, Midas. I can't really say much of anything else, because everybody's got to decorate their own house. I'll give probably the layout. And I'm probably going to keep them to a theme this time, don't worry. So, yeah. Now, obviously, one thing I do keep secret is what is over here in this area. Besides the volcano, what is under the trees? But I can't. Hold on! This is actually where I've been working on so far. The campground area. So I've got to work on this. Again, rough drafts of everything so far. We got a rough draft of the farm, which there's a new bug in creative I'm noticing. And it makes stuff just disappear and I hate it. Anyways, so that's where I'm at. I'll be right back. I have to go help my nephew. Okay, I'm back. Obviously, I don't know where I was at. But he at the farm here. It's a really rough draft. For the most part, I got it finished. One thing I do want to do is I want to take the placeholder barn and placeholder house and take them out. And I want to build my own. These are just placeholders for right now. While I work on those because they hold a very special place in my heart with this. I just now realized with doing that, I also have to get rid of that now. But yeah, no, I purposefully got rid of the floor right behind it because this is going to be something. The house is going to be changed. A lot of this will be different. Same for over here. Like, you got the campground area. A lot of this will be different. But I want to get the majority of this map done with devices and fixed up. Everywhere needs to be taken another quick visit at. Fix up stuff I do not like by the end of this month. That is the goal for this month, okay? And yes, I am aware that I'm also lacking in other areas, like all the way over here. I've started the Rich City and okay, hold on a few minutes. Because it's a pretty big project and I want to work on it with some people, so it's good. I'm leaving this a little bit. So, yes, I am going to review almost all my places, fix them up afterwards, and once I get more of a final product on this map, it'll be ready for role plays. And I really can't wait. And while yes, I am a little bit sad that a lot of things had to be scrapped, like how in the Rich City we're no longer popping out of the ground. I feel like even in my bigger map, that wouldn't have happened. I added a sewer system, which was one of the first things I started with that map, all the way back at the beginning of this year. Because if y'all don't remember, most of the maps were already made, and I was just going to reuse my original home map. And then I finally finished the Rich City, so I started the volcano map, which should have been a very short map. I should have built the volcano, this, and a power plant, which will no longer be a thing, by the way. Though I don't know, I might add the power plant into the Rich City because of how close it is. Honestly, I might still do that. Just some ideas that I have now. Now, here's the thing. This was going to be it. Then I was going to start work on the snow biome map, which I just decided to build on this map, which turned out actually pretty good. Sized down some of my locations, so yeah, it's smaller than what I would like it to be. But honestly, it's still pretty good sized, if you ask me. The prison, pretty good size, if you ask me. The ski resort, honestly, I just love this. It's probably my favorite part of the snow biome. For multiple reasons, it's just my favorite. And then you got the relaxation area. Again, I'm going to be taking a visit because there's places like these rooms I don't really like. I mean, I like the exterior, but the interior needs some work. I love this. I want to decorate it a little bit more. This room up here, I want to decorate it a little bit more. Up here, I want to decorate it a little bit more. More. Maybe fix up this to where it takes you up like have like a separate ski lift that takes you actually, you know, up the mountain. You could go up to the tippy top for like the extreme skaters, and then from there you just go down, and then we'll have snowboards and stuff so you can ski. And then we'd add nets over here so you can't just go flying off or into the lodge. But I want to do something like that. So we have episodes like that. And I don't want to rant here, but I'm going to, even though I don't want to, I'm going to. One thing with Hayes is he'd complain that, oh, your maps don't have any elevation, and I would agree. The original map was really a pretty flat plains biome, practically. Of course, mine. And then when this map drops, like, oh my god, I love the elevation. I literally worked in for an hour just on this little area in a totally separate map on a totally separate account for a totally separate project, and it turned out honestly amazing. And he's like, you know what? I love your elevation. I'm like, okay, that's kind of, so which one is it? You don't like it or you do like it? And I will agree, like, most of this area is pretty flat. But that's all you need, to be fair. A very flat area. And then once you get over here, I want, the farm is on 2 totally different levels. This is completely freaking elevated. This is kind of flat in an area, but then it's also connected to this city, which isn't. You got that area, which isn't its little area. You got this little lake. You're going to have this area, which is going to have its hills and stuff. I would say, yes, there is some places that could use some work, I will admit. However, just because they could use some work doesn't mean we're no longer going to use them. Also, for some maps that I said we might be scrapping, I might. But here's the thing. That little area that I built is going to specialize in using a lot of my old maps. I mean, obviously it won't be this little area, which I built practically first, technically second. One of the things I built, like, first or second, while building this map, is something we're not even going to use till chapter 2. Like, we won't even know about this place till the end of chapter 1. I could literally start setting up. Well, I can't, because, like, we will see around the area. We'll see aerial views. Speaking of, I should probably make sure you can't see into it. Oh, you can. Well, I'm going to have to cover that up with a tree. But yeah, no, I've got a lot to do still. I've got to go all around the map. I have a shitload of trees, a shitload of stuff. Probably add some rivers, maybe add some lakes or something like that. And there's just a lot of small details I want to add. And one of the last things I plan on doing is adding the devices. And you know, Hayes is like, this is never going to work. Well, and at one point I did agree with him, like, it did not feel like it was going to work. The size of the map with the POIs, and with it being more fleshed out, like, I could see where Salem Town would be, I could see where the park would be, I could see where the farm would be, I could see where the rich city would be. A poor city would never fit. Well, I can see it fitting. We could just have to move that out. It'd have to be very small, and it would be nothing. I'm not even gonna do it. but the new equivalent to that is now being moved into, like, the autumn biome. Like, just barely out of town, going into the Dark Forest with the more autumn area. We are going to actually have the SXG Road, named after the group that saved the road, SXG. And that is going to have Robbie's house, it's going to have Midas's house, it's going to have, again, many more yet to be named houses. But they're all going to follow a theme this time. Salem Town's going to follow a theme, the Christmas Town has a theme, surprisingly. The Rich City, I'm going to give it more of a theme. And then, of course, we have the roads branching out. So this road over here is going to connect over to the docks. This road right here is going to connect up to the snow biome and onto it and to the agency. Of course, it's going to be a shadow checkpoint, but that's to be expected. This road right here is going to branch out and go to the farm, where it's going to take a complete road detour, and go to here, where it'll connect out to this road. This road's going to branch out to Salem Town. That road, however, is going to branch out and probably connect up to it, where then it's going to go over here, connecting up to a dirt path somewhere, connecting to those. And it's all connected. Y'all, I cannot wait to start making role plays. And of course, for right now, I've got a bunch of placeholders because I want to get the map out sooner. So, yeah, it's gonna be a minute. And I hope y'all enjoy the wait, because once it comes out, I hope y'all enjoy it so much. Y'all, I'm putting a lot of work and a lot of effort into this map. All I ask of y'all is to please support it and be patient. Just be patient. Because I can tell you this now, this is going to probably be something worth waiting for. So y'all, we're here. I have officially, with placeholders for now, gotten to where I was at. Yes, it took me about a month and a half to do it, but I'm finally back to where I was-ish. I don't have the Rich City close to being built yet, and I now have to build more buildings for the Rich City, which some might be placeholders. But in the second half of the month, I do plan on replacing all placeholders. Anyways, y'all, that's it for this video. Have a wonderful night. Peace.